If you think the castor oil packs went away with your grandmother, you are wrong because we're going to learn today about how powerful castor oil and castor oil packs can be in creating health, creating an environment in which your body can heal. So excited to welcome, I got to get the name right, Kirby Zylstra to Wellness by Design today. Welcome, Kirby.
Hi, Jane. It's so great to be here with you today. I'm excited to talk all things castor oil.
I'm really excited about this because I remember a nursery rhyme book when I was a kid talking about castor oil, and it really did seem like an old fashioned thing. And then in my own health journey, when I started researching things, I heard about the power of castor oil packs. And so I kind of made my own and I did some, and that was lovely. And then I heard about Queen of the Thrones and how you make these really lovely packs, plus organic castor oil. Anyway, let's talk about it. But first of all, Kirby, I'd love to hear about what drew you to this. Like, a lot of us have our own health journey, and I know that you're also a nutritionist. So what brought you into this world?
Yeah, absolutely. So just to start off a little bit about me, I'm a culinary nutrition expert, a wife, and a homeschooling mom of 4 children. So I'm very passionate about healthy living. We're very active, busy family. And I had heard of castor oil packs, a long time ago. I had the same train of thought as you. It was kind of, old fashioned. I knew that people used to take it orally. It didn't really know a lot about it. I had heard about it working in a health food store. People had requested it back then. And it was kind of, the dusty bottle that sat at the bottom of the shelf that I didn't really recommend all the time because, for constipation, it's a little bit aggressive to take it orally. And the thought of, creating a castor oil pack and all the mess and all the work that goes into it. And to be honest with you, it sounded a little woo-woo. I didn't really understand how it worked, didn't understand what it was going to do. And so it wasn't something that I recommended often. So that was definitely the first time I had kind of heard of it, was in the health food store. And then more recently, about 6 years ago, my youngest son was actually diagnosed with cancer. So there, of course, castor oil packs came up again. I'm in the health and wellness industry. I'm always talking to new people, learning about, new tools and new techniques. And so going through this, personally with my own son, of course, I'm researching everything into everything. And castor oil packs came up. And again, I thought, as a mom, oh my goodness, this is messy. It's sticky. I have to, cut all these pieces and create this thing. And how often do I have to do it? And, one thing for yourself, another thing for your child, to get them to sit still and, wrap this thing around them and have this sticky oil. And what is it even going to do? How does it even work? It's too much information. I can't get into that right now. There's other things to do first. Until I learned about Queen of the Thrones and the beautiful, easy, less mess packs, the quality of their oil, learning more about all of that, and then being able to use it personally myself, and then personally with my son as well. So just getting that ease and that simple instruction, that you can just apply the oil, tie on the wrap, and we'll talk more about that. And that really opened up the world of wanting to research more about castor oil and learn about all of its ancient, ways that it was used and how we can use it today.
Wow, what a story. I hope your son is okay now.
He is doing fantastic.
Oh, thank goodness. I know what the audience want to know. Like, we can't hang in here. We got to know that he's okay.
Yes, he is doing fantastic.
Yes. Oh, that's wonderful. And so castor oil, what's a little bit about the history of it anyway?
Yeah, so I think castor oil was, as an ancient healing remedy, traditionally used. Oh my goodness, it's all over the world. There's history of castor oil being used. And typically, I think, as you mentioned, like our grandmothers and in that sort of generation, it was always used orally. So used as really a cleansing tool, so a detox tool. Maybe once a year, maybe twice a year with the change of seasons, to do that full body detox. But really what happens is kind of an aggressive bowel movement. Very, it's very great for cleansing. I know there's even history of people using it to induce labor, which is not something that I recommend. It again is aggressive. It stimulates that action and in the bowels as well. So it's not a comfortable way to start labor, and not a comfortable way to detox either. It's quite aggressive. So we're really taking those ancient ideas and those practices and making them more user friendly, and a lot more comfortable and easy to use, and the benefits that we all really, really, really are striving for with all the supplements and all the things we do. We can actually get from Castor Oil Packs, which is exciting.
Mm. And how does castor oil, like wearing it as a pack, like a lot of people may be surprised that it can be effective when it's just placed on your skin? Because I think a lot of people don't really think of our skin as being permeable, even though it is. So can we talk a little bit about that, how that works?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the questions we get quite often is, can't I just use the oil? Can't I just apply the oil to my skin? Isn't that the same thing? And so first of all, absolutely, you will get benefit from using castor oil. It's a beautiful, beautiful oil. It's rich in antioxidants. It is a natural anti-inflammatory. It is great for skin. You can use it on your face. You can apply it topically. But when we talk about the benefits of castor oil packs, really 50% of that effect comes from the oil and 50% of that effect comes from the pack. So wearing that organic cotton flannel over top of the oil when applied to the skin, you get the added compression from the pack, and the body kind of shifts instantly into this calmer state, this rest and digest state, that state that we're all striving for, that parasympathetic state where we can rest and digest. And the oil in its unique structure is actually able to go deeper into the skin. It's one of the only oils that can do that. So it goes down into that layer of skin where it can actually access our lymphatic system, which we can have amazing, amazing benefits from, to support lymphatic drainage, to support liver detox, and even to support colon cleansing as well.
Ugh. That's so interesting. So it's through wearing the pack. And I guess it's sitting there. So you get the compression because the pack is,
Absolutely.
right. And then you're also getting the fact that it's then applied for longer.
Yes.
And I noticed this as well, just because when with my homemade pack, I now have one of yours on to try.
Perfect.
But I did my own castor oil packs, and it was all very messy and drippy. Like you get there, you cannot move, right? Because you've got
Yes.
But I would put on a guided meditation, and it was like, okay, I can't do anything. I can't go anywhere. It's like forced relaxation. And it was so, I remember like having great sleep, but whenever I did this, I would have great sleep.
Absolutely.
Afterwards. So it does invoke that parasympathetic rest and digest state, which is so good. So let's get back to, like, one of the most common applications is to wear it over the liver, which is right, left side.
Yep. Right side. Yes.
It's on the right side. So you wear it over the liver, and it helps with detoxification. So how does that work?
Yes. So that is definitely the other benefit of the pack is the mess, which you've mentioned, which is great because you can absolutely wear the oil topically over the liver. You can create your own pack, but it's that mess and that forced, sit still and wear this homemade pack, right? So one of the benefits of ours is that you actually can, once it's tied on, you can get up and you can move around. We don't recommend anything strenuous. If you're around the house, sitting at your computer, this is going to give you that flexibility and that movement because it's not going to soak through your clothes or wherever you're sitting. But we do recommend the nighttime ritual of it, as you were describing. So the rest and digest, the parasympathetic state, is perfect for a nighttime practice, preparing for bed. And this is where it will help to support the liver as well. So we know that the clock of the body and the different time that the body does what it needs to do. And so wearing your pack overnight really does support the liver. You're going to wear it over the right side, over the liver area. And you have that compression, you have that rest and digest. The oil is being absorbed through the skin. You're supporting the lymphatic drainage, you're supporting the liver detox, and you're supporting the colon cleansing. So what happens is you do have a better rest state before sleep. A lot of our users experience a deeper sleep, a more restful sleep, waking up rejuvenated. And then the benefit on top of those is a morning bowel movement. So getting the colon cleansing, getting things moving. And as we know, when we're in a rest and digest state, we digest better, we sleep better, we eliminate better. So if you're in that high stress state, that fight or flight mode, and you're doing all the things and taking all the things and looking to achieve, better sleep, less stress, better bowel movements, this is one of those things that will support everything you're already doing. So it's going to help you digest better, which means all of those supplements you're taking, all the things that you're trying to add in, all of the better things, it's going to support that, help you to digest better, help you to sleep better, and then help you to eliminate after that lymphatic system, that natural highway is moving through the body, getting out the dirt and the junk and sending it where it needs to go and through the liver and through the bowels and get it out. Then we get to wake up feeling refreshed, rejuvenated. And it's quite simple. It doesn't require, an exercise regimen or, a whole load of more supplements. It's actually, really comforting, and you feel better. You feel calmer when you wear it.
Yeah, what I love about this one is, as I said, I was doing it, but it's the whole setup and not being able to do anything else is a deterrent for something that's so powerful, right?
Exactly.
And also, there's no way I would go to bed at night with all that.
No, no. And that's how I felt as a parent too. There's no way I was going to get my kid, wrapped up. And then, they usually suggest saran wrap or some sort of plastic wrap. And there was no way I was doing that. Absolutely.
Yeah. And but with this one, so you can actually wear it to bed. You can wear it doing some other things.
Absolutely.
You'll get those benefits. So that's really, really beautiful. Now, you mentioned earlier, kind of touched on how it helps the immune system. So let's talk about that, because, and it's anti-inflammatory. That's going to be especially important to people that are listening. A lot of people in my audience have pain and inflammation. So some of them have immune system issues, right? Autoimmune and things like that. So can we talk a little bit about that and the benefits of castor oil packs with that?
Absolutely. And definitely, as a note from experience, I'm sure people are aware when you're going through something like chemotherapy, cancer treatment, immune system is top of mind. So that was definitely my experience. And again, it comes back to the root of making sure that you are eliminating and that you're supporting the systems that are already in place. So castor oil packs support the systems that we have in place that support our immune system, like the lymphatic system, to continuously function, continuously do what it needs to do, flow all that stuff out in the direction it needs to go. So nothing's stagnant. And we're not getting that buildup of inflammation and swelling, things, not moving, and supporting the liver to then, do what it needs to do, and supporting the bowels to do what they need to do. And for my son personally, it was specifically for bowel movements, right? So we saw a lot of constipation, a lot of pain, a lot of inflammation in the gut, and normal things that you would take orally, either you couldn't keep them down or, they're just not helping the same way that they did when you had optimal digestion. So it really supported, all the things that we were also trying to do, the supplements we took for the immune system, and, trying to keep them in a relaxed state. And it's a little bit easier with a child, of course, as adults, we're overthinking, right? And we're always in that stress state. And then we're not going to bed on time, and we're not having a restful, deep sleep. And so that really is not in support of the immune system, right? So I think castor oil packs, instead of being seen as, directly impacting one thing or using it for one specific symptom, can be seen as an overall health routine for everyone that does support the immune system. It does support the lymphatic, the bowels, the liver, the skin, the sleep, the digest, which is the beauty of castor oil packs, that it really is for everyone. Everyone can start a castor oil pack practice. There are some contraindications, so we do not recommend castor oil packs if you are pregnant, or if you're nursing. So one of those times, just to steer away from liver detox. Everyone else can start a castor oil pack practice.
Good. Love it. What a lot of people don't realize is they think, for example, if they're eating healthy food or if they're taking the supplements, that they're getting all that, but just because it goes in your mouth doesn't mean your body absorbs it, right? So,
Exactly.
so this helps support the absorption, right?
Absolutely.
So supporting your body in that way. I love that. So how often do you recommend doing castor oil packs, or can you do it too much? Like, is there a maximum dosage?
Yeah. So what we recommend is starting with 1 or 2 tablespoons of oil on your castor oil pack when you get started, and wearing it for at least an hour. So that is a great way to get started. I would still recommend it as a nighttime practice, getting into that consistency, and creating a ritual around that you use it before bed. You're preparing for sleep. You're getting into that rest and digest state. And like you said, maybe pair it with a meditation, something that prepares for rest. And then work your way up to wear it overnight. Some people who are, already in an active, maybe detox practice, or they're already taking supplements that support that, can probably move towards overnight quicker. They're going to feel rested and digested, and kind of just start that practice right away, and that's totally fine. And others may want to start slower. So maybe they're really burdened with, detox symptoms, and they're just starting their practice, and they want to just start with an hour at a time and see how they feel. And generally, the only complaint really stems from being dehydrated. So if you're going to start moving that lymphatic system and moving the bowels, you want to make sure you're staying hydrated, right? You want to get things moving out. So really anyone can get started. I would suggest a minimum of 1 hour, but up to overnight, and a few times a week, or even every day. We have a lot of users use it daily overnight, because once they experience that deep sleep and then they have that morning bowel movement, then they want to continue with that practice, right? So there's not too much. It's going to support the body and all of its systems, as long as you stay hydrated and you're doing all the things that we're working towards anyways, like a healthy, active routine, healthy food, stay with your supplements. The castor oil packs are just going to support all of that.
Mm. Yeah, you mentioned about if you're detoxing and you're just getting started, that maybe you want to go at a little bit of a slower pace, because a lot of people, I think, don't necessarily know that you can have a reaction when you detox too quickly, right? Because
Right. If they're just getting started.
yeah, if these toxins are like hidden in your wherever the body decided to hide them, and then they're now being released, we don't want that to happen too quickly, right? We want it to be really, really gentle.
Yes.
Okay, I love that you said that. I'm surprised it was such a small amount. Like you said, 1 to 2 tablespoons.
Yes, 1 to 2 tablespoons to start. Applied either directly to the body. Some people prefer that way, or you can apply it directly to your pack and then place your pack over. And it's important to note there that heat is not required with our pack. So our pack is designed to keep the heat of your body, with the oil and the pack tied on. You don't have to apply external heat. So that will support everything that the pack needs to do. And so it's very, very easy to use. You just apply the oil and tie it on, and you're good to go.
So easy. And
Yes.
so the pack then would have, oil soaked into it, I would imagine, after you use it.
Yes.
How often
Yes.
do you
So,
need to wash it?
yep.
How
So,
do you wash it?
yeah, great question. So that would be definitely personal preference. So As you continue using your pack, you can probably go down to 1 tablespoon. And you can absolutely wash your pack. We have a couple of tutorials on our YouTube channel. So some people prefer top rack at the dishwasher with a clean, healthy detergent, and some people prefer to hand wash and kind of roll it out in a towel and air dry it. And then obviously, because the liver pack is a detox tool, we do recommend replacing it. Just to make sure that you don't want to use the same pack over your liver for a year or more. That's much too long. So you can wash it to keep it fresh. And then I would say anywhere around 60 to 90 days to definitely replace and get a fresh liver pack.
Okay. So do you wash it after every use?
You do not have to. Again, that would be personal preference. If somebody wanted to, they absolutely could. But because it is natural fibers, and if you continue to, wash it out, it would break down a little bit quicker and you'd have to replace it. But absolutely, personal preference, you can wash it as often or as little or replace sooner, whatever you prefer.
It's interesting. I'm asking this because when I was doing my homemade like castor oil pack, I put the pack like in a mason jar with the oil, so it was fully soaked.
Yes.
In the oil, and then put it back in there afterwards until like I didn't want to use it anymore, and then I throw it away. And I do remember reading that castor oil is very like shelf stable, because so people might be thinking like, ooh, it's oil, like it doesn't go bad or rancid. But castor oil is not like most oils, right? Like it's very stable.
Yes, it definitely will be very stable. The only thing I will note to store it that way is to not seal it without airflow. We still want it to have access to air. I wouldn't tightly seal it in a mason jar once it's saturated with the oil. Leave it, some glass jar is still fine as long as it has either perforated top or just the top off so that it has access to airflow. But otherwise, you are correct. It is a stable oil, and there's nothing to be concerned about in that way.
That's really good to know. That you want air. You want air to be circulating.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it's moist, right? You don't want to leave moist in a moist material in a dark enclosed space without access to air. So it's better if you perforate the top or just leave the top off.
That makes total sense. Okay, so we've talked about a lot of the great benefits and also the pack itself. What else would you like to tell us about and tell the audience about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So castor oil packs, like I said, can be used for everyone. So we always recommend starting with the liver pack. It's starting with that lymphatic drainage, the colon cleansing, and the liver detox. But we do have other products and we do have other packs. Once you start your liver pack practice, we do have other packs that you can add in rotation, that you can add in at the same time. So we do have a pelvic pack that is worn over the top of the abdomen, so more in the front of the body. This can be great for female reproductive health, for uterine fibroids, cysts. It can help support postpartum care, just to help, reduce the inflammation, bring everything back together, and support healing. And in that same note, reduce the constipation. Get that lymphatic system moving so the body can heal and get back to its natural state. And we do also have a castor oil eye compress kit. So a castor oil pack to sleep with, which is fantastic alongside the liver pack. And we also have a thyroid pack. And then, of course, we have the kids pack sizes as well. So great for little ones who are suffering from constipation or trouble sleeping, and trouble getting into that rest state, that calm state. So we do have other products available. We have the castor oil in different sizes, so sizes for traveling. And castor oil, again, can be used outside of the packs as well. So you can use it as part of your skincare routine, under your eyes. You can use it all over the body, on your skin as well. So once you get started on your liver pack practice, we have lots of other tools as well.
It's really, really fun. Your Instagram channel, and Marisol, the queen of the queen.
Yes, the queen of the thrones.
She's on there all the time, and I bet her she's really a lot of fun. But she's always demonstrating different things. And also, I heard her talking recently about hair, putting it on your hair, and it helps I don't know if it helps prevent hair loss or encourages regrowth, but it's good for people that are having thinning hair. So you
Yes,
want to
and
talk a
we
little bit
do
about
have we have a castor oil hair kit. So everything that you would need to, apply to the scalp, and then keep it tied up so we get that less mess and that compliance, right? Like it's one thing to recommend and suggest, but if people are unable to comply with that, they're unable to, start that practice, then it's really difficult, right? So we have that, the hair wrap to help keep the oil in place, make it less mess, make it so you can move around the house still. So that really can be used by anyone as well, just to support healthy hair growth. It really softens the hair. It's a great practice to use, every couple of weeks or once a month, just for healthy hair. And that's a very popular product as well.
so many great things to do with castor oil. Yeah, that's wonderful. Okay, so anything else that we haven't covered yet that you want to mention?
I think everyone should start a castor oil pack practice. I think we mentioned that. It's one of those things that I don't think, if you think it's woo woo, or you've heard about it from ancient, history, and people, like our grandmothers talking about it. And I think my grandma used to make me take a tablespoon of that when I was a kid, and I hated it, and I don't even know what it does. Just give it a try. Give castor oil packs a try. You'll be pleasantly surprised by how relaxing it is, how calm you feel, and even just something as simple as bloating. If you're experiencing bloating and you don't have all of these other severe symptoms that we're talking about or that we've experienced, and you just have a little bit of indigestion or bloating, or you're not regular, castor oil packs can support that. They can support reducing that inflammation and getting rid of that bloating, and may help to support regularity when used consistently. So they really can support anyone at any journey of their detox protocol or their health journey, right at the beginning, or if you've tried every single thing and you're looking for that one piece that can really bring it all together. Castor oil packs can truly support everyone.
Mm. I know for me, when I was like researching for rheumatoid arthritis, was what I was diagnosed with a number of years ago. Reversed it now, but castor oil packs came up as like that's a remedy you need to try over and over again. So that's why I did it. But I think the problem is compliance because it was such a like I had to put
Yeah, so much work.
plastic down and set it all up with the heating pad all ready and have it all ready
Right.
because I couldn't move once I got there. So I love this idea. I know something we didn't talk about, and that was, are all castor oils the same? Because I know the one that's made by Queen of the Thrones is organic. How important
Yes.
is that?
Yes, and there's another piece to that as well. There are a number of castor oil products on the market that don't come in a glass bottle, that don't come in a glass amber bottle. That a lot of them come in plastic, um, that are 100% organic. Yes, that are 100% organic, hexane free. The quality of the castor oil is of most importance. And of course, Dr. Marisol, she uses the oil herself. She uses it on her children and her family, for her friends, for her team members. And so the quality is like utmost importance. And same with the pack as well. There are some on the market that are not what we think they are, right? They come from, out of the country, and we're not 100% sure what they're made of. We don't understand. They're not clear about the quality of the oil. And if they do come in past plastic to begin with, or, they're not transparent with their, sourcing or what the oil even is, that's definitely a red flag for me for what I would be willing to use on my son, what I'd be willing to use in my family. So seeing that it comes in the glass bottle, knowing that it's 100% organic, that's where my trust is, right? And what I would be looking for. Castor oil in a plastic bottle, it does not not something I want to use. Just something I want to use on my family.
Yeah, that's again something that's I'm trying to bring to the awareness of our audience is when things are in plastic, the plastic doesn't stay on the outside. Like it gets
Right.
into things. And
Yeah.
same with clothing, right? And what we put against our skin. I know that Marisol is really big
Yes.
about
Yes. Talking about that.
fibers. Every time I put on something that's sort of polyestery or something,
Think of Marisol.
I think about Marisol, especially like what's closest to your skin, right? How
Yes.
important that is. So I love that these packs are organic and also like you can just tell too that it's not bleached, right?
Yes. Unbleached.
It's
100%.
because a lot of you just kind of go out and buy ordinary flannel in, the fabric store. It's probably going to be a bleached material.
Yes.
Which means there's chemicals in it, right? And then you're
Yes.
putting that on your skin. So
Yes, it requires a lot of research and work to put that together yourself. So I trust Queen of the Thrones. They've done their research. The quality of everything is very transparent with the sourcing, with the quality, with the ingredients. And it's what I trust for my family for sure.
Yeah, wonderful. And I know that we've got a code for our audience to save 10%. So if you use the code by design, well, we'll have the links all in the show notes for you. But
Absolutely.
there's a code for you to save 10% on these and just try it out, see what you think. And lots of great information on your website. So the website is
shopqueenofthethrones.com.
shopqueenofthethrones.com, which we will also have in the show notes.
Yes.
And also, there's a lot of education. You mentioned your YouTube channel, and I talked about Instagram.
Yes.
A lot of education on the power of Castor Oil Packs. So,
yes. And I believe you have a link that you have shared as well with kind of a quiz that people can go through. So while we do recommend everybody start with the liver pack, there's still additional products that you may want to start with and you're not sure which one, where to go. There's a really great quiz that you can take online as well.
Wonderful. This has been very eye-opening, and I'm sure people might be rethinking, not just for your grandmother, right?
Yes.
We can try at Castor Oil Packs and benefit from them in our modern age now too. So thank you so much, Kirby, for being a guest on Wellness by Design today. But I got to ask you one more question.
Yeah.
So this is all about living intentionally, right? And about my big message is we can create an environment in which our body can heal. So what would you say is one baby step someone could take today that's going to take them along that path toward healing?
One baby step. Absolutely. I would say the best way to get started with Castor Oil Packs is just to get started. So take that step to look at the links, research the quality, and look at Queen of the Thrones so that you can get started on that practice. Because like I said, they can support everything that you're already doing. It's one of the easiest things you can add on top. Coming from a mom who is walking through a cancer diagnosis, it is, with Queen of the Thrones, one of the easiest things you can add on without the stress and just get started to support everything you're already doing and really help you feel calmer and sleep better the first day you use it.
So easy, right?
Yeah, so easy.
While you're doing something else. So thank you so much. And I'm delighted that you made the time to speak with us today and educate us all on the benefits of Castor Oil Packs. So thank you so much, Kirby, for being a guest today on Wellness by Design.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. It was wonderful.
And thanks to everyone watching or listening. And why not pull this in as a very simple addition to your routine that's going to help every other aspect of your health. And it's easy to do, especially with these wearable castor oil packs. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for being here on Wellness by Design, and we'll see you again soon.